Hello everybody, this is Vexus, and for this Let's Play video series, we will be playing through Dreamfall, The Longest Journey. First off, I'd like to thank everyone for the positive feedback that they sent in from the first video series I did. As of this recording at least, all of the feedback was positive, and all of it, or I should say most of it at least, requested that I do Dreamfall as the next video series. And so your wish is my command. We will now go through Dreamfall. And once again, a big thank you for Ragnar Turnquist and Funcom. And also for this game, the company Aspire also participated in making the game and distributing it. So big thank you to all those involved, and just like the previous video series, I promise to go all the way through it, and hopefully you'll be able to make it all the way there with me. What we're seeing here is kind of a demo kind of showcasing some of the scenes in the game. I apologize that it's a little jumpy. I had to switch my video recording software. For the previous Longest Journey game, I was using HyperCam 2, and that worked out really well. But for one reason or another, it was not picking up the video for this game. And so I'm now using Fraps, which, you know, it seems that most people either love it or hate it. But it seems to work pretty good for me. And even though the file sizes are awfully big, fortunately I have a very, very large hard drive, so it's actually not going to be a problem. Now, as you can see from the images here, things have changed a lot from the first game in terms of presentation. While the first game was kind of 2.5D, this one is fully 3D. A lot of characters that we met in the first game will make an appearance, and also there's a host of new characters. And this is basically just a continuation of the overall story arc of Stark and Arcadia. And I figured it would probably be appropriate for me to read from the game booklet. And some of you might say, what? And the reason is because there's a pretty decent summary about what's happened between the end of the first game and the start of this sequel. 10 years ago, a young art student named April Ryan discovered another world existing in parallel with our own. Arcadia, a world of magic and mystery, of beautiful sights, strange creatures, and dangerous sorcery. April also discovered that she was a shifter, a person with the unique ability to travel between worlds as easily as you and I cross the street. Destined to save the ancient balance between our world, the world of science, and Arcadia, the world of magic, April embarked on a long and dangerous journey that eventually brought her into the Guardian's realm, a place between the worlds where the balance between science and magic, order and chaos is maintained. Restoring balance to the twin worlds and returning the Guardian to his throne, April Ryan was last seen walking into a shift with her best friend Crow, a talking bird. Few have seen her since, and fewer still know that April, a normal 18-year-old girl, sacrificed everything she had, everything she knew, to save us all. 10 years have passed, and once again something threatens the twin worlds. But this time April Ryan is not the only one drawn into the tangled web of destiny. Zoe Castillo, a young woman from Casablanca, and Kian, a mysterious assassin from the Azadi Empire in Arcadia, are both poised to play an important role in the events that are about to unfold. And now from the section called The Worlds. Stark and Arcadia, the world of science and the world of magic, order and chaos, two halves of a circle, divided by powerful thaumaturgists 10 millennia ago to prevent humanity from destroying itself. Stark is our world, 2 centuries into the future, but much the same as the world we know today. Arcadia is alien and magical, but still comfortably familiar. It is a mirror image of our society, with magic instead of technology. But there is a third place, a different place. Those who know of it call it the winter. It is between, below, and above. It is ahead and behind. It is past and future, everywhere and every when. And it hides a terrifying secret that will tear the twin worlds apart and cast cosmos into total chaos. Stark, post-collapse. 2219. 10 years ago, something happened. No one can remember exactly what happened, or why, but it changed the world. After almost 2 centuries of complete freedom, we were trapped, earthbound, the sky above us closed, cities on the other side of the planet inaccessible. For a time, brief but terrifying, we were powerless, frozen, stunned into silence by events we could neither explain nor understand. And then, slowly but surely, we picked up the pieces and moved on. A week, 2 at most, and then civilization brushed the dust of the past off its clothes, and set its sights on the future again. So we couldn't fly without wings anymore. So we couldn't jump through holes in cosmos. So we couldn't communicate with those who had moved beyond our solar system. Had we not lived like this before? Could we not live so again? 10 years on, humanity has learned to live and thrive in a changed world. And while the memory of the collapse lingers in the back of everyone's minds, it's not something we dwell on. So we don't quite know what happened, and we cannot recall all the details of those few but seemingly endless dark days. But life goes on. We have regained our freedom, our wings, and the future is brighter than ever. And lastly, what's going on in Arcadia? Arcadia was split off from the unified Earth together with Stark more than 10,000 years ago, after the fall of the first civilizations. The laws of nature are not completely reliable in Arcadia, but magic compensates. Technology, therefore, cannot function properly in this world unless augmented by magic, something that, until recently, was strictly forbidden. The eastern continents of Arcadia are known as the Northlands and the Southlands. One of the largest cities in the Northlands is Marcuria, capital of Ireed, the unified country. A decade ago, Marcuria was decimated by the Tyran hordes, a barbaric race from the western plains. The Tyran drove everyone north and east, and ransacked the city. But their occupation would not last long. When all seemed lost, salvation arrived from the west. Vast armies from the mysterious Azadi Empire, a nation few had ever visited, arrived in giant cloud ships, swooping down on the Tyran with their advanced weapons, killing most of them within days. With Marcuria liberated, its denizens were free to return to their homes and businesses. The Azadi vowed that their presence was not the spearhead of an invasion, and that the people of the Northlands had nothing to fear. A decade on, the Azadi army still remain in Marcuria. Their influence and numbers grow steadily, spreading ever farther. To most, this matters little, and more people feel that life is actually better because of the Azadi. The foreigners have brought with them new technology that promises to make life easier, and with soldiers posted on every corner, the streets of Marcuria are safer than ever. Some, however, see the Azadi as a dangerous and insidious enemy, and have sworn to fight them until the last. These rebels, or terrorists as the Azadi call them, are scattered about the Northlands, and make regular attacks on Azadi troops and outposts. It is believed that the rebels operate out of a city somewhere in the east, but thus far their enemy has not been able to locate it. So that is the story of what's happened since the previous game as told in the instruction booklet. And in the next video, we will pick up with the actual gameplay. And I hope you enjoy this video series. Until next time, this is Vexus.